Not gonna wait for the timer. Whoa. All right, got confused for a second. What's up? What's up? For a second, I saw like one viewer, and I was like, "Oh, damn, it's gonna be one of those streams." Would have appreciated that viewer, of course, but you know. What's up, Nina? What's up, Polo? Miles? What's up, Miles? Edgar? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, everyone's in here. I'm actually in a trade right now. Okay. I was talking about it last night on the stream. Keep your head up and your bread up. Exactly. So, again, I'll kind of go over this once people kind of funnel in. There may be another opportunity to enter in. I'm not going to enter in. I have too many positions in this trade already. So I'm just going to kind of sit back and watch it. But I'll kind of go over that, you know. So we could see another entry, right? If you guys want to hop in, doesn't mean it's going to hit, but it, you know, it could, right? So, but all right. I was gonna say once we hit 10 viewers, we'll kind of hop into this. But the overall idea behind this trade is one, weekly time frame is completely overbought. I mean, it's super bullish. Yes, price can continue going up. It is the weekly. It's a very high time frame, but I expect a pullback of some sort. And it really aligns with the fact that there's a lot of inefficient price here. That price tends to, you know, fill these in anyways, so it aligns with that and the equilibrium. So obviously I'm looking for sells, right? I would want to see a higher time frame break of structure, like a 4-hour break, but there's not a lot of structure to play off of. So when I go down to the 30-minute, it's pretty decent structure, and I'm just looking to sell off into this equilibrium, right? We came up into this area. I think one of my counts didn't get entered in, but it got entered in here, and then price sold off, breaking these lows here, and then I entered in again on this re-entry, or scaled in, right? Because I already had positions, and then there may be a new opportunity for me here as we speak. We'll see. Obviously, if I got in at this zone, stops would still be all the way up here, because there is a chance price does come into this area, but then there's also a chance price just sells off from this area. So that's something to be aware of if you do end up entering this trade. Hell yeah. Appreciate you, Nino. Appreciate you. Hello. But again, like, maybe you guys, if you do want to take this trade tonight, I don't know if I'm gonna take it with you. Maybe on a different account. But we'll see. We'll see. But other than that, kind of waiting for TPs to be hit and either way. So maybe I get in. Who knows? Right now I could get in depending on where it's at and move to break even, because that's what I've kind of done progressively. When I got in here, stops are up here, TP were all the way somewhere down here. As soon as I got into this next position, stops up here, moved to break even, and then I got in here. Why? Because now I'm really risking my original risk amount, which was 1%, but can capitalize on a lot more return, if that makes sense. So I like these types of trades. I could maybe do it again. The only reason I probably wouldn't is because price could pull up all the way into here, and we wouldn't want to move to break even when price could come into here and still be valid and still sell back off, right? So we'll see. But this is what we're in right now, on a couple of accounts. I did call it out on my Discord and Luca's Discord. If you guys aren't in there, like, I mean, you know, there's a bunch of educators in there. I don't know who all still post their trades, but I know I'm still in there. Salva, and a couple other people do keep you guys updated on what they're doing. So it's a good way to get like free information if you guys don't really want to do the mentorship yet, or don't want to get the signals. If you just, you know, want to take the free route at first, which is fine. Like, one thing like I'm big on is when people ask me where do I start, I tell them just like look at free information first. Like, make sure this is something that you actually want, and then go and spend money. But at some point you do, I feel like, need a mentor. You know, you can't just take the free route the whole time. I mean, you could, don't get me wrong, but it's just gonna be a lot harder. Do I wait for retest? No. Like, I entered here. This to me, like, I don't know what you mean by retest. Like, it may be a retest of the zone. I don't know, but I just waited for it to come into this area of supply, entered in at a limit, and then we just waited for the sell off, and then I continued to get in, which again, like, I could just kind of follow this structure and continue to get in, but we'll see. I don't know if I want to go that heavy. I mean, if there's no news, maybe. There's no news. So tomorrow there's JPY news, but that should not affect us. Break and retest. I mean, no. I mean, I just set limits. I mean, that's all I really do. Like, I don't think it'd be considered a break or retest. I'll set a limit unless I'm like waiting for like another move, but even then, it's just waiting for a pullback into some type of supply demand, and I'm in. Usually off a limit. So unless I'm like totally like not getting what you're asking, but no, because I feel like when I hear break and retest, I think of like trend line break and retest, where like you have a trend line, and let's say like you break it, right, and then you retest into it. But with like supply and demand, it's like you kind of just come into it, and I'm not really waiting for a break. It's just I'm in no matter what. If I like it, I like it. Which is how I trade. But again, like I can see price actually really just continue to respect this trend. Honestly, it may just sell off, who knows. But if we can get an entry, my thing is like I don't want to enter because I already have positions in. But if I don't enter and it does play out beautifully, I'm gonna be like, damn, why didn't I capitalize on such a beautiful fucking play? You know, or at least capitalize more, right? Yeah, I'm in. Like no matter what. Like sometimes I'll just get straight hoed, but just because I take so little trades and because I'm very picky, I'm fine taking a limit. Like even if price prints into, like in this case, beautiful rejections here. Like this is what really makes me want to take this third trade if I get the opportunity, which I may just scale in and say fuck it, and then just have a massive week. I'd probably be done trading if price, even if price were to come all the way down here, I'm probably done trading for the week. If I were to get in again, I could be done trading for the month, realistically. So, but again, like price is just moving beautifully. If we just saw price sell off from here, I'd still be fine. But I want to get you guys a setup, and if we can get that, what I'm thinking is price may just be creating some liquidity, which would kind of tempt me even more to enter off this first zone, because it goes to show that price, because there's liquidity to play off of, and we have a valid area of supply, we could just end up playing in off this level. But again, that's why big stops are important, because it could come up to this level and you can still be valid within your first trade, right? So that's just how I trade. Makes the most sense to me, because I don't want to not. If I price took off from here, then I just totally miss a trade. Something that could still be, even if it's a 1R, 2R. I mean, that's still money. Which in this case it would be a 4%. Which right now I'm looking at 9% on just the positions I'm in right now from earlier. But this is where like GA can shine, and it does shine sometimes in moments like this. Yeah, basically, basically. I mean, there's other factors into it, like again, higher time frame. I understand that the weekly's overbought. I know at some point, because we broke a significant high, there has to be pullback. You guys should know that by now. At least if you've been like tuning into my streams, I'm really big on that. If price breaks out of some type of structure, it has a pullback, right? It moves in waves. Let's just look at old price. Breakout, pullback, breakout, pullback. Price doesn't break out till here, kind of minor pullback, but you still have these minor breaks and pullbacks on this internal structure in here, where price is just continuously moving in waves. So that's what we can assume price is going to continue to do, right? And then we know that price, if it were to pull back, when we do get the confirmation, and I did get the confirmation, it should in theory come into an area of discounted price, which would be past equilibrium, or as soon as it hits equilibrium. Then at that point, buyers could step back in, push price up, or sellers can just continue to take control and push price opposite direction, right? So that's where had the confirmation on the change of character to the downside. We were coming off this area down here, which is scary, but my conviction for sells is a lot stronger than my conviction for buys, just because of the fact that we're super overbought on the weekly, right? So again, like I preach time frame, like the mentorship. I had a mentorship meeting today with all the people in there, and I really emphasize higher time frame, and I give them a challenge for the week. Maybe give you guys a challenge too, but just understanding higher time frames, even with any strategy. You can use a trend line strategy, you can use a breakout strategy, but if you understand where price should go, it's a lot. It honestly changed my trading up. I think, especially understanding premium and discount pricing, which really isn't that hard. It really isn't. So, but again, like we'll see what happens. We'll see. I think once price gets down to like here, I think I'll secure like 2% on another account. Anyone looking at anything? Edgar, I know you're always looking at something. Let's peep GJ. GJ's kind of moving shit, which I don't like, because GJ usually is my primary mover, but GA is moving like prime GA. So just could be the week, but I mean, look at all this chop. It's fucking horrible. You know, we're just kind of ranging within here. At this point, I'm really waiting for a breakout. I really think price is going to break to the upside at some point whenever it's kind of ready to move around. Maybe we need news. Again, there's JPY news tomorrow, and that might be why price is stuttering like this, just kind of creating a bunch of liquidity. But GJ has been shit. Same with the Euro. Euro has been okay, but I just don't have an overall direction yet. What I mean by that is I kind of have an idea where price is going to go, and that's sell off, right? We're coming into this weekly. Supply here had a nice rejection. I'm just playing the lower time frames at this point, but lower time frames have already kind of facilitated that initial pullback. So from here, it's either I wait for price to break out of this low and then I capitalize on lower time frame structure to the downside, or price to break out of this high and then I just play structure to the upside, right? But again, when I'm waiting on two pairs, usually one pair is doing something nicely. That's why I like three pairs. Euro buys. I can see Euro buys playing out. I really can. Just because if you're just playing 4-hour structure, we are in this bullish range and we just came back into discount, had a nice pullback, and we're kind of just making like this new structure. So like demand wise, I didn't see a nice demand I would have entered in off of. Like if there was a nice candle down here, I probably would have entered, but there just wasn't really anything to enter off of. That's where like other setups can shine, like using a Fibonacci. You can use a Fibonacci entering off the 71% level if you don't have a supplier demand, and then just target the highs, right? Like that's something I have even considered doing, because there is times where price just doesn't have a valid supplier demand, but price action is valid, and price action really is key. So supply demand is just what I use to get a better entry and exit point. So should a GA and GJ have similar or opposite movements? Honestly, I think it's pretty opposite, but it's not like it's opposite, but it's like when I say opposite, like they move nothing alike. I think it's completely different. It's not like an inverse pair, how like, or like G, you know how like GU and EU move together kind of similarly, not exactly the same, but see, the question is, do I get in on a third entry here? But yeah, I know these are kind of like slow nights where I'm not like actively calling trades. I wish I was able to call this to you guys last night, but I mean, it happened at 9:45 in the morning. Set a limit, price played out. Saw this later in the day, which I usually don't take trades on GA during the day, especially during Asia, but I just happened to take it. Why? Because it was so clean. It was actually someone in my Discord that kind of made it known, and I kind of looked at it. I was like, I like it. So, price is moving very well. This is a time where I capitalized, and this is why I might I was gonna make a poll if I should enter again, but I think I'm just gonna enter again if I do get the valid pullback into this demand. But at this point, I could set limits now because price has made that liquidity. Now I know price is valid to come into these areas and possibly sell off from here. So, but we'll see. We'll see. Again, like I've already capitalized over 2%. So even if I did lose here, I would still be break even for the day. But I don't think that's the case. I think price would end up just respecting either this area or this area, and then we continue to push to the downside. But again, like time will really tell. So kind of once London opens, I'll probably head out of here. How are Euro buys going for you? Creative Minds. Solid, I see. Curious what you entered in off of. Were you following like price action? How were you trading it? Let's talk about it yesterday. I really wish I could play music. We're talking about Lofi, right? I can play Lofi. Still kind of scared to do it. Is that something you guys listen to? I never got into that like steady music, Lofi music. Just never like piqued my interest. I'm ready to see what happens at London Open and for like the first hour. But I know this trade is probably gonna play into tomorrow's Asia session. Oh my god, not even gonna say it. Into tomorrow, and then possibly into Wednesday as well. I could see price playing out. Again, it's 30-minute. We may have a pullback, and then we're going to continue to have pullbacks on the way down. So it could be a pretty long played out trade. I mean, it is literally from this position. This is 700 pips. This is 600 pips, and this is 500 pips. I'm in these two trades already. I've already secured 300 pips, which is pretty fucking crazy. Shut the fuck up, Edgar. I know. I couldn't say Asia session for the life of me. There it is. See, I said it. But again, like these are super big moves on GA. But again, like I'm willing to just kind of wait, run it up. So what I'd like to see though, like preferably is a break of this low, then we pull back into this area. I feel like that would be a lot nicer. So if price did end up just selling off from here, I'd still be very happy. I may even close some positions at that point. Edgar, you're not in any trades, man? I feel like you would be. I feel like you would be. Y'all gotta go pee my Instagram. Go pee my Instagram, hop in my Discord, because in a little bit I'm probably gonna end stream again. Just short little stream. I just want to hop on here for a little bit, say what's up, and then I post everything in there. Gotta sell USD CAD. I post everything in there. And this is free. Just it's not a big community, but pretty decent size. So I mean, hop in there and there's a bunch of cool people in there. So USD CAD sells. What was the bias behind it? When you say yesterday, are you talking about Monday or Sunday yesterday? Euro USD make that push. Even if like Euro USD were to break like this high, and the reason I say this high is because we're still playing within this leg, right? This was the last leg, or the last high that broke a significant low, right? We broke that low. Price sold off. Price pulled back, fell to make a new low, and now we're kind of ranging within here. We can assume that price is still having a deeper pullback, but until price breaks this high, then from there we can assume now price is at least its swing structure is bullish, and then we could look to play like internal pullbacks and continuations of price. So like Euro USD, it needs to play out because I love Euro USD, but sometimes it just takes fucking forever. That's what I like to see. I really just wanted to push down a little bit so I can exit on one account, and then from there I really don't give a fuck, and I'll let it do whatever it wants. Just excited to see. I don't think London's gonna have that big of a push. Actually, I can't say that. London could tank, but I'm not saying like the initial reaction ain't gonna be like crazy massive, but we'll see. Are any of you guys like getting into like JER 30 or looking to get into JER? Like some of you would be. What? Someone just bought something. Y'all heard that? Shopify. Nah. Pretty sure Shopify is a different sound, huh? Again, I want to get you guys into a setup. I really do, but we'll see. I might just go ahead and set limits now, and then a couple of minutes after London, just walk away and go do something. But GJ's so clapped, man. I don't know what the fuck this is. But we're gonna continue to sell off though. Straight into fucking Asia lows. I'd be seeing some people trade like this, man. I don't get it. That would be their TP. I swear to God, this would be their stop loss. Like their stop loss would be fucking twice, 3 times as big as their take profit. I'm like, I don't know how that makes any sense, but they make it work. To me, it's not right. It's not right. So let's pop. What are you guys doing? I got 16 people in here. Like up the damn stream. Like honestly, like it up because I appreciate every single one of you that's in here. All of you are amazing. And I hope all of you to make millions trading. See, now I deserve that like. Sorry if you can hear this annoying ass dog. Annoying ass dog downstairs. She's an attention whore. That's what she is. Well, we're getting that pull back now, potentially. Potentially, we could just come in and fill this area in here, and then sell off from there. But I think we're gonna come to here. So might take the jump, might take the risk. Fuck, sorry guys. Let's peep. I'd like to see the 30-minute close. 15's fine. 15 looks good still. We'll see what happens. We'll see. We'll see. I'm kind of ready to pull the trigger. I don't know if you guys are gonna hop in. But I think during London we're gonna see something play out. Actually, let me do this. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that Asia highs are just kind of sitting up here unswept. Gives me like reason to think that price may come all the way up and sweep these, which would piss me off. But I mean, price does that sometimes. We'll see. I'm excited. But again, like hop in my Discord because I may not end up taking a trade on stream, but I will tell you guys and send out screenshots when I do take it in my Discord. So, and where I take it off of. I got no chatters today. What the fuck? Edgar, where you at? What are you doing in Mexico today? What's going on in Mexico? I appreciate all 17 of you. Only one of you liked when I had that whole speech. It's pretty fucked. I wish you guys massive success in life, and I got one extra like. But again, like, what do you guys want to see? Like, I don't know. Like, tell me to break down some pairs. Like, again, like with my system, I'm just sitting here most of the day. I'm just honestly like I'm not even sitting here. Like sometimes I get on my computer, check things out, do what I gotta do on my Discord. If I set a limit, I set a limit. If there's nothing, I just walk away. And even if there is something, again, I'll just wait until I set a limit, and then just do whatever I want. Just kind of work out all day. Not all day, but you guys get what I'm saying. So like, GJ's shit right now, Mercy. GJ is horrible, man. Nothing's going on. Like I really think that price I do think price is going to pull back at some point. Okay, that's what I'm really waiting for. Is price is super oversold. I'm waiting for a pullback kind of deeper into these areas. But again, we need confirmation, and it would just be this high here. Okay, this high needs to be broken. At that point, we're pretty close to the equilibrium. So I don't know if I'd enter off anything. Possibly. But I would honestly wait for a break this high. But that's just because I'm a higher time frame trader. You may be lower time frame, but there's just a lot of choppiness right now, right? We're almost like kind of like forming this wedge here. Are we not? So like if this is the type of trader you are, like, go for a shoot. But I honestly I'd wait for a break up here and then capitalize on a pullback, or vice versa, and wait for a break to the downside and capitalize on a pullback to the upside. So that's just me. GU, let's peep it. Let's peep GU. I haven't been a fan of GU. Like, I just don't like how it moves. But again, we just sold off. So the way I'm looking at it, from a weekly standpoint, is we just kind of facilitated a pullback. I'd say we are looking to possibly sell off further, but that's not even like what you should be trading at this point. What you should be looking for is some type of reversal point where it's price is clearly bearish, but price should flip at some point off of maybe some major. I'd honestly say like this high, which is pretty far away, and then you can look to target higher areas with imbalance or areas of like supply in this area. Because that price is going to pull back into some type of area of interest. Again, like keep in mind, like it could just come into the equilibrium, which is pretty low down, right? But it can also pull deeper in some, like again, like the GA trade I'm taking, I have conviction that it's going to have a overall deeper pullback than than what you may think. I don't know. But again, it's 12. London just opened. Let's see how price kind of plays out. It's a lot of mess here. Hopefully you guys aren't bothered by that. But again, like, let me know if you want me to break down anything else. I know someone was in here the other day, like telling me about like I think it was like Euro JPY, Euro AUD, or something like that. I was checking it out for a bit, but I don't know. Like I stray away from anything that's not EU, GA, and GJ. For some reason, those move the best. USD CAD, it's a little chopped. GU's a little chopped. Even though GU and EU kind of move similarly, I think EU is a little bit cleaner, in my opinion. Why the fuck is price moving slower now? Now that we have London open taking place. I really would like to see price push down and like break these lows, and I'm securing on a couple accounts, just because I know price is gonna eventually have a pullback, which it should continue. But in case that it doesn't, and price just wasn't ready to continue to sell off, still capitalized. So there's that push that I was waiting for. Just checking to see if I want to take out positions. I really think I do. I appreciate all the 7 likes. Like, you guys really did like it up, I guess. Appreciate that deeply. You guys got plans this summer? What are you guys doing this summer? Is anyone going to Hard Summer this summer? Is anyone out here from Cali? Or is like this like not one of those lives? I got no Cali people out here. I feel like I have to have 1 or 2 Cali people out here. Where are you guys from? No word trip. Because I assume it being pretty late, you got some PSD holding be trading US session, like New York. I trade all throughout the day. Road trip to NY this summer. That is fire, Mercy. I went to New York when I was younger. And honestly, I wish I would have I think I was too young. I think I didn't. I think I would like it a lot more now. So I gotta go back. I think Luca's actually supposed to go to New York. I don't want to say when because I don't even think he knows when. But I know he's supposed to go out there. So hopefully you get some cool content. LA, hell yeah. LA is amazing. Did you follow Luca when he was in LA? Like, did you already know him? So Luca was in LA for about a year, maybe a little, yeah, for about a year. Yeah, I bet it's a vibe. It looks beautiful. I love like the city. I love San Diego. Love LA. I'm whatever about LA, honestly. Like downtown, it's nice. It's beautiful. But I don't know. I could never see myself living. I'm in downtown LA. San Diego, yes. New York, maybe. Miami, hell yeah. 100% Miami. Oh my God. I haven't even been to Miami and I know I'd live there. But I heard you can really rinse your pockets fast out there. So you got to be careful. A lot of money. But I mean, like San Diego to me is like the step before Miami. Like, obviously, like it's not like shit's that much more expensive in Miami. Possibly, maybe a little bit actually. But um, it's just the way of living out there. Like clubs are fucking people are clubbing on a Monday at 9 in the morning. Like it's just like you blow your money on a lot of other shit like that. I think San Diego, from what I know, like I don't see no one clubbing at fucking 9 in the morning. It's not how it is. Price is playing with me, man. I don't like it. I'll probably wait for the first 15 minutes to play out, see what happens, let you guys know what I'm going to do from there. And then, of course, I'll update you guys in my Discord. But I'll probably be out of here. Let you guys lock in. Because I like locking in sometimes on my own, just sitting here, chilling out. Um, so they be taxing. I bet they're taxing, bro. Aren't those the guys that got like super, super popular for like their little saying, the Aki way? Of course they're taxing. You're like paying for the experience now, not just the food, which is kind of fucked for like the OGs and the locals who like have gone there their whole lives and now they have to pay more money because they went viral. You know, that's the shit that sucks. But I mean, I guess it's making the owners a little bit more money, which props to them. If you can do it, you can do it. Slow night. GJ's selling off. Euro's kind of starting to stutter out. I'm ready to sleep, man. I'm so tired. But I know I won't go to sleep till like 5. Mm, depends. That's crazy. $20? What the fuck? That's actually tax out the ass. Like I know it's New York, but damn. I mean, I don't want to say it's like I feel like it could be worse. But $20 is pretty crazy knowing you can like just make the like it's not like it's anything special. It's fucking bacon, egg, and cheese with honey bun. Like a fucking store bought honey bun. It's not like they made the honey bun. But people pay for that. I mean, I probably would, to be honest. I probably would. But man, the markets could be really slow because there's just no news. A lot of people talk about that. I kind of know that, or like have seen that myself. Is just sometimes when there's not a lot of news going on, market tends to kind of just play it out a little bit slower. We'll see what happens. So again, like we're just entering London. Probably see a lot of volume be pushed into the market hopefully soon. If not, that's a little scary because GA does slow down, kind of going into New York, into Asia. So yeah, do gotta try for the one time. Just to say I did. Right. Just to say I did. And these markets are boring as fuck. Gotta just literally sit here and like scroll on Instagram until something happens. Again, like I wish I could have got you guys in a trade as we're on stream, but it'll probably be after stream where you guys will be able to hopefully hop in and to continue this overall bearish trend to the downside. One thing I don't like is this area here. This is why I do want price to just sell off from here and give me that confirmation that it's ready to push. Whenever you get there, you gotta play mercy. What the fuck is that, Edgar? I've never heard of that. Never heard of that. Nah, this is about to be what I'm gonna do for the next 2-3 hours, guys. But I'm not gonna stream all that. Shit gets boring. Couldn't do you guys like that. Pop Smoke. Oh, is that one of his songs? Valid bumps. Okay. Let's see what happens in 4 minutes. Appreciate everyone being in here. I know it's slow as fuck, but we're still running up a bag right now, so can't be too mad. Other than wish I could get you guys some entries, but Luca streams in the morning, and you guys know he always sends out some banger fucking trades. I really don't know what to talk about. Like, I just want to put music in my ears, sit back, relax, do something, you know? Do something. If you guys were here yesterday, I know I was talking about how you're not allowed to trade futures, but I heard that evaluations don't matter. So if you were trading an evaluation, you probably were able to trade yesterday. I heard price action was surprisingly decent for NASDAQ, which was weird to a lot of people. Sorry, some motherfucker talking outside. Like, he should know I'm streaming. He should walk the fuck away. Bro, who's talking? But yeah, we got like 2 minutes and then I'm gonna pop out of here. Appreciate all the likes. The goal is 100 likes, 100 like stream, and then fuck it, I'll give away a bunch of shit. I like how price is pushing down. I'm waiting to exit on one account. Still got some room, not gonna lie. Tank price, tank. Yeah. Again, like, I really just want to exit on some positions. Fuck yeah, this shit needs to tank all the way the fuck down. About to light a fucking joint right now on stream. Pretty sure you can get banned for that, huh? If I were to, like, let's say, quote unquote, lit a joint. There goes the celebratory. Yeah, I'm already in Orlando. I'm already in 2 positions. I got in earlier this morning here, and then I got in here later in the day here on this re-entry on this 30-minute. So price came into this area, had this tapped in, saw another entry point. I'm honestly thinking there's going to be another possible entry point in this area here where we could see price pull back. We have created a decent amount of liquidity where price actually will react off of this, sweep that. But reason stops would be so big, because this is where stops would be. Again, if you weren't here, price does have the possibility of breaking through this zone, coming into this area here because we still have some imbalance, and then reacting down. But bigger stop losses saves us from an unnecessary loss, because I'd rather stay in that singular trade, and instead of doing this where it's like I have a tight stop loss, and if I take the loss, I enter at this one, because again, it gives you the possibility of now losing 2 positions, right? So, but yeah, I'm already in these 2, so I kind of want to see price drop a bit more. Like, I'd really want to see it to get down to here, and I'm gonna pull out some more profits on, I think, 1 or 2 accounts, and then just let the rest run. So I don't know, but at the same time, on my live account, I kind of want to run up everything. I'm just kind of securing unfunded accounts right now, but I'm tempted to just let price run, because again, this is a 1 to 3. This is like a 1 to 6, I believe. Yeah, it's a 1 to 6. And this is a 1 to 4 if I got back in, if, you know. So the reason, and I'm kind of just fucking ranting at this point, but the reason I would exit a position on my live account here and just kind of play it safe is because price could just fly up and I could just get fucked over, you know. And then at that point, I would lose like 1%, I think, because again, I already capitalized earlier on some, or secured some, not capitalized, sorry. But again, like, if price can just fucking fly off, that'd be amazing. I would like to see, like, if price were to break this low, I would just play it smart, take profits, and then wait for a pullback here. But it would give me more confirmation to enter, because I know now we had a major break, of a major low, instead of just following internal structure. What's up, Salva? What are you doing, G? What you doing right now? But again, we'll see. But it is just, you know, it's a waiting game. It's a waiting game. So keep an eye on that. Again, my Instagram is pinned if you guys want to go follow that, because you guys can join my Discord and I post everything in there. So if you guys still kind of want to be informed on what's happening, just hop in there. But I will see you guys possibly tomorrow. Coffee, drinking some coffee, Salva. But I appreciate you guys hopping in here. I appreciate all the likes, all the love. I'll see you guys probably tomorrow. Probably. You know, probably. But that isn't a for sure. So you guys will see the link. I appreciate every single one of you. Peace.